In the last match of the day, on the bottom side, it's my honor to present from mouse control. It's Darkomicron, whose name I'm misspelling every time. It's the purple Protoss, and at the top side, Wayman.
It's am I playing against Darko? What didn't anyone tell me? No, in the top right it's Grubby, who is the green Protoss, and this is winners bracket, I believe.
Yes, this is the winner's bracket. It is the round of 32, I think. Yep, round of 32. I put it in the starboard.
Oh, great.
Yep.
All right, so both players looking to advance to the round of 16. You know, very solid players. You'd almost say it's a kind of a shame that they have to face each other so early on in the final set, because these are just top level Dutch players. There's really no way to put it any different.
Yep, right now we've got two Dutch players duking it out in a best of three, casted by two Dutch players in the Dutch StarCraft League. It can't get Dutchier than that. And yep, so far it looks very standard from the Protoss players. It's gonna take a while before they start deviating. What's your take on this map, on the matchup?
First of all, you're 100% right that this is like an all Dutch presentation, because we've got Dutch players, Dutch casters in the Dutch league. Second of all, I was kind of expecting a cheese from either of these players. This map is doable to cannon rush on, because you can cannon rush behind the, behind the mineral line. And there's also a lot of places for any player to proxy 2-gate. But, you know, I guess these players just respect each other enough that they won't, try to do that kind of stuff against each other. And we see a quick double gas here from Darko, as well as from Grubby.
Yep, one guy commenting in the chat that we're not casting in Dutch. That's too bad.
Right.
I don't think half of the people would understand what we were saying back then, though. Darkomicron gonna have his gas. Yeah, both of them taking two gas actually.
I like the fact that the one commenting that it would sound horrible in Dutch is called stroopkoek.
Yes, he's called Stroopkoek. That's what's the actual pronunciation in English for that?
I'm not sure what stroop is in.
I know it's cookie, but
yeah, stroop. I can just Google it. But anyway, yeah, very similar builds from both players. We see, it's practically mirroring. I mean, Darko is kind of scouting earlier. He was scouting against proxies. If you look at the vision on the minimap, that he was still kind of afraid of Grubby doing something, checking the bottom side of the map for any proxies as well. Doesn't see anything. So yeah, what's it gonna be? We see 1-2 gateways being added on for Grubby at a very quick manner. He's added them on before even chrono boosting his warp gate research, whereas Darko is saving up a bit of money. Might go for some tech.
Yep, it could be the case. We see Mothership Core coming out for Grubby quite early on. Already has the 16 workers, which is like the ideal saturation, I think.
Oh, it's syrup, of course.
Syrup. Oh, there we go. Syrup cookie.
Yeah.
It
Sounds weird.
So silly.
But yeah, from the build, I mean, Grubby, I think he's cutting probes. We'll see after his Mothership Core finishes. Because this looks like a 3-gate pressure. We have one probe out on the map. That's not a lot. Usually if you do a gateway rush, you'll bring out 2 probes just in case one gets killed, and he's going to throw a proxy pod on here down for sure. So yeah, he's currently kind of supply locked, and we do have the expansion up from Darko. So this build so far looks kind of similar to what he was doing in game 1, getting that sentry to be safe, having a stalk round on the map, and it spots the early Mothership Core, so he knows he's going to have to prepare. And we actually have 3 stalkers being made from the Stargate, from the gateways, without warp gate already.
Yep, it looks like it's going to be some early aggression early on, so get your syrup cookies ready for this battle. Grubby trying to sneak in a pylon at the back of the expansion there, also trying to snipe off some sentries. You can really see the focus he's putting on that.
Wow.
In the main base you see the Mothership Core already harassing a little bit as well. That's some really good multi-pronged attack.
Yeah, this is a great multi-pronged attack, because that pylon got up and now Grubby is warping in 3 stalkers at the front, while 3 of them are also marching from his main base. So without any warning, Darko suddenly has freaking 7 stalkers and is knocking on his door.
Yep, a lot of stalkers indeed, and I don't think Darko is gonna be able to hold that expansion. Might as well cancel it and try to defend with the sentries on top. Now keep in mind that the Mothership Cores actually give high ground vision, which is really annoying when you're trying to force it off with sentries. Really good cancel by Darko, by the way. He cancelled that at the absolute last second he could have, and that prevented him from going up earlier.
Yeah, Grubby in a good position. You know, has a solid Stalker count, managing to force his opponents to cancel. You know, Darkomicron just simply being behind the production. He is, you know, he just warped in. You know, he didn't get an observer. I think he would, but he isn't. He instead warps in and just goes with an hallucinated Phoenix, which is actually a much better you know, idea. And now he's getting immortals. And once that second immortal goes out, Grubby can't really move out on the you know, up the ramp. He'll just get killed. He'll get force fielded. He doesn't have blink yet. He's researching it. But yeah, how is he? He's not gonna break this up front, I feel, and the fact that he's getting expansion really says enough.
Yep, the expansion is gonna mean he is gonna get ahead because of that. Cancelled the expansion from Darko and got his own expansion. This is just a little bit of a contain early on. He isn't trying to kill his opponent with this, I feel like. Of course, if he gets the opportunity, he will take it. But the Immortal's already out, and the Immortal's out in huge force right now. 2 already out, and there's gonna be a War Prism. So we might see some Immortal dropping going on. Immortal's pushing out, almost killing that Stalker.
I like this move by Darko. He knows he's, you know, contained. He knows he has to do something. Well, we see an hallucinated Phoenix now making its round through the base of Darko. The question is it gonna spot the War Prism as it pops out?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for, and I don't think it's gonna spot the War Prism. So that's a good indication for Darko that it could actually do some damage. Because if you spot a War Prism, you're gonna get some defenses. And right now, I think all of Grubby's army is actually in his in the expansion of Darko, except these 3 Stalkers. But 3 Stalkers could be easily picked off with a War Prism with 2 Immortals in it. Nope, it's gonna be sentries.
Yeah, Grubby's army. Grubby's army so far is inferior to that of Darko. In a straight-up engagement, the Immortals would make a huge difference. But that's not what he's banking on yet. He just wants to keep his opponent contained. He has sentries for that to keep him force fielded up the ramp in case he moves out. And he threw that expansion really quickly. So his game plan here was to just contain and get ahead. Contain and get ahead. And that's what he's doing. He's
some good force fields from Darko though, revealing the blink from Grubby there because they were stuck.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I missed that. And well, we now have the War Prism with the Zealots moving into the natural of Grubby. Let's see if he. He actually blinks up into his own opponent's base, focusing down pylons. And this is going to be an interesting trade. No quick reaction from Grubby, and he already had Stalkers here. Takes down the War Prism straight away, shutting down his harass. Whereas his own Stalkers are trading shots here with Immortals. Not usually the most cost-effective way, but it's good micro. It's keeping them out of harm's way for as much as he can, only losing 2 of those.
Yep, Grubby taking a huge lead after that attack. I mean, he absolutely made that War Prism play useless compared to the blink harass he did. Used the Mothership Core to get the vision. Blinked into the main base, now also gonna poke in, but against the Colossus you don't want to do that. Colossus doesn't have range yet though, but like you said, Darkomicron has the advantage of having these high-tech units out a little bit earlier, but it's not gonna matter if Grubby is just gonna get more stuff and have the better economy behind it.
Yeah, right now both players have equal supply, and Grubby has more probes, so Darko's army is simply superior. He is getting range and Colossi, so what he's going to do, he's going to go all in with 2 Colossi versus Blink. This is kind of a classic scenario, except usually you would see the Blink player on only 1 base, as it would be in Wings of Liberty. Grubby actually positioning his Mothership Core and his Stalkers to the left side. Blinking forward onto the Colossus, takes it out straight away. Now taking a lot of hits from the Immortals, but focuses down straight away immediately. Wow.
It's a very good time warp going down though, but I don't know if it's really gonna help. Uses the Colossus to break the force fields and give chase to Grubby's army, but Blink is really good to get out of nasty situations, and Darko doesn't really manage to get the better of that, and there's Blink Stalkers blinking into the base of Darko as well. Being microed to the best of Grubby's ability, and that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, so Darko, he really has no choice. Like, he's already kind of too late to defend. He doesn't have the money for an Immortal, and he's just gonna have to go all in at the front. He's sending up a couple probes, and there's a whole lot of Stalkers and Zealots here, which are probably gonna be enough. So you blink in here, not blinking all of his Stalkers though forward, and as they get now sandwiched between the force fields and the Zealots, not too good of a position, but there's only really 1 unit here making a difference for Darkomicron, which is the Immortal, which is currently targeting Zealots. Zealots from Grubby now really overwhelming the army of Darkomicron. He's getting forced into a corner. finally the Immortal falls and it's GG well played. Grubby takes a 2-1 against Darkomicron.
Yep, and he says good luck, but of course also a lot of good luck to Darko still, because he is not out of fighting yet. This was the winner's round of 32, so both of these guys are still in the tournament. Grubby goes into the winner's round of 16, and Darko will be going down to the loser's bracket to face one of the players knocked out earlier. Good games from these guys. Follow my that way. Yes, follow Wyman on Twitter. Follow at MidOdin as well. Go to clan-mid.com if you want to find more about my clan. If you want to find more about these players played today, go to DutchStarCraftLeague.nl. You can check the sponsors in the bottom right here. And we will see you guys next Sunday, 2 o'clock CET for the team games coming up then. And next week, same time as well. Wyman.
Yeah, not much I want to add. I really hope to see both of these guys and all you guys at the finals, because it's going to be awesome. It really